When I was accepted to Northeastern, I was presented with the option to study abroad in a country of my choice. I chose Italy. The reality of my situation didn't set in until the day I left home. I was going on the adventure of a lifetime, starting with saying goodbye to my family at JFK Airport Security Checkpoint. Adjusting to life during the first couple of weeks in Italy was exciting, but difficult. This was the first time I was living on my own, and, in the spirit of adventure, I had decided to do it 5,000 miles away from home. I had to adjust to Italian climate, Italian cuisine, and Italian schedules. I had serious culture shock, not only from the new country which I was surrounded by, but from the new learning style of a university, and from the new people who came from all different backgrounds. I started organizing a schedule and cooking for myself. I took my first trip to a wine tasting and pasta making in Frascati. This was phase 1 of my NUN experience, improvement on myself and my well-being. I was ready to take my experience up a step. I branched out and found new friends. I went beyond Rome to other towns and cities like Pisa, Siena, Florence, Orvieto, and Civita di Bagnoregio, with people who were also in the NUN program. I went to Florence with my art history class to look at some paintings and sculptures from the Renaissance period. I performed in front of an audience for the first time at the talent show and got to know some people who became my great friends. I dressed up as Freddie Mercury for Halloween. I got some great pictures and stepped out of my comfort zone. This was phase 2 of my NUN experience, developing a social consciousness. By the time November rolled around, I was ready to go all the way. I booked every weekend with trips to new places, some of which I had never heard of. In this phase of my NUN experience, I explored Vienna, Salzburg, Munich, Budapest, Stockholm, and Barcelona. At this point, I was completely comfortable with my international travel, and I developed skills to save money on flights and hotels. I went the extra step to really observe new cultures and how tourists fit in with the local population. Going to each of these cities, I noticed serious cultural differences between each culture, such as how they view Americans, how they go about their lives, and what food and history they had to offer. This was my third and final stage of my NUN experience, developing a global mindset. Studying abroad in Italy was the best decision I have ever made. No matter what obstacles I encountered, I was constantly observing, learning, and improving, and I met some great people along the way. I will never forget my NUN experience, and because of it, I now know that I can never underestimate myself, and that I possess a spirit of adventure that I never knew existed within myself. Thank you.